Welcome to the English show. We have today with us no Stephanie, no
Nope.
Andrea.
Nope.
We got better than that.
Oh, wow.
We have Alexis Blanco here with us today. Alexis, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Gil. Welcome to the last show of the year.
Wow.
Can
Last
we-
show. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Like we did a lot of shows this year, which is great.
Yeah.
We started the English show. What episode are we, guys, of the English show? What's the episode count?
Is this
What-
episode 8, 9?
Is this 9? 8? 8, 9? We have no idea.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know. It's got to be
They'll
8.
tell us. They'll tell us. Welcome to the English show. Immigration news. By the way, we're also trying vertical format for our people on Instagram. They do appreciate the vertical.
They do. I mean, I hate putting my phone sideways to see a video.
Yeah.
Just keep it vertical.
Yeah, people like it. So we're trying it out. It's been working, so we'll see. Immigration news, not too much. You got the holidays, so we don't have too much information there. But it looks like the diversity lottery visa issuance has been suspended indefinitely,
Yep.
Alexis. The program still functioning. The program still running, still
Yes.
if they do allow new applications for the upcoming fiscal year, it's fine. You're going to be able to apply and they will process. What they're not doing is actually issuing the visas. That's what's not happening.
Exactly. So I think that's an opportunity for people to reconsider, especially with the new year coming up. What can we do? A lot of those people are professionals, by the way.
Yeah.
And so what are other visa options that you can consider to actually get in?
Yeah.
And sooner, because there's a lot of uncertainty with the diversity visa. So I say, now's a good time to think about EB1, EB2, O1, L1, E2. I mean, all these range of visas that you probably qualify for or almost qualify for.
Yeah.
You're better off, let me develop what I need 6 months from now, apply for visa where I can get
Yeah.
in. Maybe.
I think that's a great idea. And we're talking new year, new game plans, strategies. We're talking in this show like, hey, what's the mindset? Okay, they're taking some things away.
Sure.
But there are also things that are already there that people, I would say, underutilize. I really do believe the best visa classification is the O1 visa. And
Absolutely.
when I tell you that I believe that, I
Absolutely.
believe that wholeheartedly because we've been doing it very successfully oh my God, it's episode 9. Look at that.
There we go.
Episode 9. There you go. So we've been doing that for many years. Why do I say I believe it's the best? Because I've yet to meet the person we can't work with to get them to the level we need for that visa.
It's insane. Everything, everyone, anyone, you really qualify.
Yeah. You might not qualify today,
Right.
but it's something where you have the ability, and I feel that very few visas people could control. You know what I'm saying? Like you could control that visa in the sense that, hey, it's on you. If you want to develop your career, develop the visa, develop things that are necessary, like that's on you. And obviously we're talking about 100% legitimate way of developing your career and also at the same time qualifying for a visa that's very interesting for many. Another reason I love that visa is there's no annual cap for that visa like in H1B.
For the O1.
For example, we could apply for it anytime at any year. It doesn't necessarily require investing in the US like an E2. It doesn't require, uprooting a company and opening up a new company in the US. But it also gives entrepreneurs, startups, tremendous opportunity. We actually work with a lot of startups and entrepreneurs for O1As in particular. So I would say it's still my favorite visa. Everything that's happened negatively, let's say that there's a bit of an aura of negativity right now with U.S. immigration.
Yes.
I would say, yes, that is true. I'm still seeing great results with certain visa categories. Yes, they're tougher with green cards. Yes, they're tougher with visas. That's the truth. You know what? I believe we've gotten tougher too, to be honest with you. Like we've upped our game. I feel we're filtering cases a little bit better.
Absolutely.
We're asking for things that we know may be an issue down the pipe. We're trying to foresee a little bit issues that are going to be had in cases, knowing that, look, you have negative immigration for 2025.
Right.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. No. They're saying probably to the tune of 2.5 million.
Wow.
Okay. So deported, I don't know, close to 600 and about 1.9 million self-deported.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
They left, they got the $1,000 or the 3,000 that's being offered them now.
Wow.
Interestingly enough, we had a client that accidentally filled out the form and he thought it was like for US citizenship. He's been a green card holder.
No.
And he accidentally without wanting to, he thought it was something that was just, oh, it's like a registration. I have to register or whatever.
Sure.
And he was doing the right thing. He's like, let me register.
No.
And they're like, okay, you're going to receive $1,000 and this is your, your departure date or whatever, this or that. And he's like, no. And you know what? He went to CBP. He explained everything. And they were like, they
probably were laughing.
They were like,
probably
it's fine, sir. Nothing happened. But anyways, so
Okay.
we are living in some kind of crazy times. So prepare for 2026 with the best strategy and plan available to you. I do believe, I've said this for many years. I said it during COVID. The U.S. is open for business.
Yeah.
We have an incredible economy happening right now. We have tremendous growth.
Yep.
There's opportunity. Businesses are thriving here. Manufacturing jobs hopefully are coming back here in 2026.
Oh, yeah.
I was speaking to a gentleman this morning. We have construction companies hiring professionals from outside the U.S.
Right.
Why do you think that is?
We need it.
We need it. Okay. So it's
we're building.
Yeah, we're building.
Yeah.
And it's like, and we need professionals here in the US, and we need not just professionals, we need skilled labor as well. Electricians to build the data centers, AI technology is taking over everything. This is not just Silicon Valley. This is across the board. This is normal companies that are needing these professionals as well. So
Absolutely.
I'm just of the opinion that immigration for professional business people, artists, entertainers, people, of any type of industry, sciences particularly, are going to have great opportunity in the U.S. in 2026.
Absolutely. I mean, you see the push by the administration and really by the big companies, right, that can really sway the industries. But anything that has to do with engineering, logistics, battery car manufacturing, they're really trying to bring a range of manufacturing back to the United States. And it's happening. You see it with a lot of large companies investing the money, which is a sign that it's working, but also small and medium-sized companies that are expanding.
Yes.
I mean, I have two friends working in the startup battery industry, and I'm like, how's that going for you? They're saying, it's going great, and we're getting government funding.
Yeah.
And it's not limited to just U.S. personnel, it's just U.S. companies.
Yes.
So if you have that knowledge and you're coming from South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, you have opportunity here.
Yeah.
And that hasn't stopped.
I do feel that.
So,
we always say this, one door closes, another one opens.
Yeah.
I'm just such a strong believer that the U.S. needs immigration. Like it just needs immigration. But
that's without a doubt.
let's hit some questions in the English Show 9th episode. Quick question from Juan. I have an EB2 and IW green card. Great, Juan. I'm planning to stay in Colombia for a month. Am I going to have issues to enter back into the country? No, Juan, you shouldn't have any issues. You're going to enter with your valid passport and your green card. A 30-day trip is fine. That's actually considered a short trip. I'm more concerned with travel getting up there to the 6 months plus mark without entering the U.S., then that's when it becomes an issue. If at any point you need to travel longer than 6 months, it is recommended to apply for a reentry permit that will allow you to be out up to 2 years consecutively without losing your green card. But your 30-day trip, no worries. Have fun.
Quick question. When it comes to like the processing times on a visa like O1, I mean, I'm not seeing a big delay there.
In processing
times? I mean, there's premium processing, right?
Yeah.
You get a decision in 15 business days. Maybe it takes 2 to 4 weeks to secure an appointment with the embassy. And
I mean, it's fast,
right?
I mean, it could be very fast. I think the longest part of the visa is preparing the visa.
Exactly.
Is the preparation of the visa.
You want to get the approval. One and done.
Yeah. Once it's filed and you go premium. If you do not do premium, I feel it's a little bit long right now.
Is it taking more like 6 to 8 months?
I would say that. So they've timed it at 7 months is the average, but just again, we've mentioned this before, but now there's only one date to cover the entire United States
Oh,
versus
sure.
versus just California versus Vermont
That's how
in the
they had it
past.
before.
So there you would be like, hey, my case is in Vermont. Actually, Vermont was taking like pretty reasonable amount of time, let's say 3 to 4 months. And then
Right.
California was creeping up there. And then we've had multiple cases over 7 months. I would say we have some cases close to a year normal processing that are just stuck in this like waiting and waiting. I'm not a big fan of converting a case that's been around for 8 or 9 months to premium processing at that point. I think at that point you just kind of wait it out. But if you're doing premium, I'm generally gently kind of moving clients to premium when we can, if it's the right situation for them.
Exactly.
If you have a start date for a job and you know you need to be here a certain date, a gig, work, whatever it is, I suggest premium. Yeah.
And I think with its consular processing, people should think of the speed of it all, because really you're going to get this visa at the same time as your family, children under the age of 21, your spouse, and so that 03 status, that's going to come immediate. And sometimes you have, I like to say an entourage, but it's your support personnel, which are O2, and they come in as well. Whereas when you're doing in the United States change of status, you could get the 01 approved, but don't be surprised if the 03 for your family members take longer, which I've seen every once in a while, where maybe you do premium processing with the 01, but the 03 is taking much longer. And so that's a consideration. If you want to just do a consular from the beginning before coming in, rather than coming in as a tourist and then doing the change of status, the time you're going to be without employment, but the option's there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm feeling you, Gustavo. Gustavo, greetings, gentlemen. My best wishes to you in 2026. Unfortunately, the American dream is gone for me and my family. Man, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. Don't give up, man. Like, don't give up. Even when things aren't looking too good. We've seen some interesting things over the last months, definitely.
Absolutely.
There's still opportunity. And unfortunately, if you are leaving, hopefully you'll be able to come back soon if you will it, if it's possible. Listen, I'm not saying it. She's saying it. Gil Brito is the best 01 visa lawyer in the United States of America. Thank you, Emma. Emma, I'm not too sure about that.
He's one of the best.
I'm okay. I'm okay. But thank you. I thank you for recognizing
Emma
me.
Morticia. That's funny.
Moises, ¿cómo estás? Dears, how long does it usually take for U.S. Embassy in Bogota to schedule interview once the MVC has approved EB1? So documentarily complete, Alexis,
DQ?
EB1. Yeah.
Bogota, I mean, priority date is there. So a matter of months, maybe 4 months, 2 months.
Months.
It's just months.
Months.
I mean, now it's a holiday. So yeah, maybe it was 2 months and right now it's 4. But EB1A, luckily, it should be fast.
Yeah,
Very
current.
fast.
Let's see what happens with the gold card. The gold card is going to take some of those EB1 numbers from us. But for right now, it's current. It's good. It's not something to be concerned with. So I would assume after your case, I think 3 to 4 months is very fair.
Exactly.
Most that I see, it's under 6.
I think, yeah,
after
DQ?
EB1,
Yeah,
EB1, I would say under 6,
Absolutely.
or sometimes really fast.
Yeah, that's
Like-
why
like
I've seen
very
some in
fast.
2,
Yeah.
3 months. And the gold card, I'm not that worried because EB1 rarely hits its benchmark for the number of visas. And I think most people applying for the gold card will be under EB2 and IW.
I hope so.
Because if you're EB1, I mean, why do the gold card?
I don't know. See, the thing is, this is what I'm not clear on, is the logistics of what they're going to do. So I understand now that there's the form.
Mm-hmm.
I took a good look at it. I saw it, all the fees. The form made sense. It's almost kind of like when you're doing investor visa. It's pretty straightforward. We'll be able to help people out with that. The fees, understood. This is what it costs. 15 G's. Got it. Understood. What I'm confused in is the logistics of this. Okay, they review your application. They approve your application. What are they sending me?
So my understanding, and there's still, it's unclear.
Okay.
My hunch is you still have to qualify for an EB1A or an EB2 and IW.
What?
And the $1 million donation, that's what it is, to the U.S. government, to the Department of Treasury, is to establish substantial merit or national interest waiver.
So,
The substantial benefit for an EB-1A or national interest
so
waiver.
if I have $1 million that I'm giving the U.S. government, that's enough to say that in and of itself is going to be enough to say that I
to sway discretion.
Jesus.
And so you still have to argue the categories, quote unquote. I'm very careful with the way I describe it.
I just think it's ridiculous that people still have to put together a case for an EB-1 or an EB-20W after they paid $1 million.
Well, it's all a technicality. Congress has to create the visa. He's doing it through, the president's doing it through executive action.
Yeah.
And therefore, their way of saying is, pay us the money, qualify for one of these two-ish, and we'll get you in.
Let's see what happens.
I don't know. It's going to be great.
Let's see. We had a little question from Emma. Emma, my best friend is worried and is asking, while waiting in the U.S. to change status from a tourist visa to an O1, is there a risk of being detained by ICE? Okay. In any other time, I would tell you, Emma, don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. While that case is pending, you are in authorized stay. I still believe that, and I do believe that that is the law. What they're saying now is, well, that's discretionary.
Right.
Okay. So they're right. It is discretion, but the discretion was always used in favor of people being able to remain in the U.S. while their case was pending. Okay. Can they have an issue with ICE? I don't think so. It's not impossible to be detained. Make sure this individual has the case receipt. If he's extended his driver's license, something like that, have that with them as well. It has not happened to me, but that does not mean it's not possible. Okay, so I guess, yes, it is possible that they could be detained by ICE. I feel they will review their immigration status, and worst case scenario, you spend a couple bad hours at some detention center. But I really can't imagine that they're going to start removing people that have cases pending without giving you the opportunity to be in front of an immigration judge. So I think, hey, maybe they put you in proceedings if your B2 expired. Your B2 status expired, your I-95 expired, and they want to put you into proceedings, and they give you what's called an NTA, notice to appear, and you have to go in front of immigration judge. Okay, you're going to have your day in court, which is fine for you because you can show that you have an O1 pending, and they'll close out the court matter. So, and by the way, we've seen that recently now with a few clients, and it's been successful for them, the closing out. So just letting you know, it doesn't concern me enough to say, don't leave your house. There's people that are not leaving their houses.
I understand.
Alexis, because they're in complete fear. You know, like I understand if you're not in legal status, you should be fearful. Okay. If you're not in legal status, you should be fearful. If I have a case that's pending, a green card application pending, if I've never been illegal in the US, if I've never been out of status in the US, if I don't have a criminal record, like really?
You have authorized stay.
Really? This person, it has to be in fear of like going on an airplane in the U.S.?
Do you know why though? Do you know, this is my theory. You go to court and like you said, we win, we get it cleared away. The issue is the officers, they've hired a lot of personnel, are unaware of the legality of authorized stay. They're not trained. They just got the job. They don't know.
Or maybe, I'll give you the Stephanie point of view. Maybe they know it, but they do it anyways, and they don't care. Okay, and that's what Stephanie would say.
That's possible.
In spirit.
Well,
okay.
Where is she in spirit right now?
She's right now, you know where she is.
Living La Vida Loca.
She's living the Dolce Vita.
The Dolce Vita. I got to give a shout out here. I'm almost sure I know who this is. Hello, Hassan. I think that's you. What's up? That looks like Johnny Depp there.
That is Johnny Depp. Is that, do you think he put that because they call you the Cuban Johnny Depp?
No.
Is that because you're the Cuban Johnny Depp?
Not at all. Only in the high school reunion. This is an interesting question, Rodrigo. So any issue with re-entering the U.S. on STEM OPT expires mid-2026 while having a pending I-140. Do officers see this at the airport? Would this change if I use premium and the I-140 is approved? It's still the same situation. You've already established immigrant intent with the I-140. Now, having the STEM OPT, I've never had that issue before. As long as you're traveling on the F1 in and out, today's a new world. It's really a new world. It depends on that CBP officer. But But I don't think there will be an advantage to having the I-140 approved versus it's still pending at this point.
It has no bearing on it.
No.
I'm sorry, pending or approved has the same bearing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not going to change it, Rodrigo. If you want to not pay that fee, don't pay the extra fee. Just have a quick response.
Right.
I will tell you, if you need to, travel, I would make sure you travel with your EAD, your I-20 updated, your valid visa, and valid passport.
My concern there is the valid visa. Do you have a valid visa?
Yeah.
It's not so much about the OPT. Do you
Oh,
have
I'm
a
sorry.
valid
Good
visa?
point. That's not clear. That's not clear. I thought expiring in mid 2026 was the visa. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
The OPT expiring mid 2026.
Right. I mean, take all the document skill references, but
what are you doing? What are you doing, Rodrigo? After that, I'm assuming you're going to try to get into an H-1B while your I-140 is pending in case there's no visa number available. What are you doing in mid 2026?
Got to really plan that out now.
Captura Suma. Hi, I'm Patricia. What do you think about EB3 process? I love it. I have done
Really?
It's amazing.
Yes.
I love it. It just takes a long time, Patricia, but there's very few things that are as good. And I feel I rarely use this. You have not a guarantee, but a very, very close opportunity to have a case approval and to have a green card like the EB3 done properly. That's the most important point. I denied EB2, no problem. Denied appeal, no problem. You could still do the EB3. Remember, as long as you're in legal status in the US, you could do that. If you're outside of the US, doesn't matter. You could go ahead and proceed with an EB3. We'd be happy to help you with that. If you would like to contact us at beltranbrito.com. Contact us page. Contact us page.
Gonna come up soon.
Nah, these guys are in vacay mode.
Yeah. How
They're
many
vacay.
daiquiris?
They're
3,
doing.
4?
You think they're on the? You think they're
It's on a cruise ship right now.
Pina coladas
on a cruise ship. Let's see. Live moderator. Okay. Oh, this is Julio
from Instagram.
Instagram. Got it. I love this. Good morning to work or afternoon. To work as a medical assistant in the U.S., do I need a medical license? I'm a general physician from Colombia. So whenever you're coming to the United States, you have to make sure you have the license to practice that position role here in the U.S. Maybe having the medical degree and a couple certificates from your home country will allow you to qualify, but you need to find out what the board here, and usually sometimes it's by state, requires. So always be very careful to the equivalency. This applies to professionals across the board. Field of medicine, engineering, lawyers, we're professionals, right? So it's not only that the degree that you have, but do you have what it's required by that board here in the United States and maybe even possibly by the state to do so? More than likely you do. You might have to take some sort of short exam or certificate to finish qualifying. We have a lot of clients that do that in the medical field.
Now they have that. A few states in the U.S. really inquire about this, Julio. A few states in the U.S. now make it much easier for the licensing process for foreign medical graduates.
Sure.
So there's, I believe Florida's one of them. I believe New York's one of them. We have a lot of clients in New York that are doctors that are, wow, they've taken off. They've gotten wonderful careers that are licensed. We have many clients licensed in Florida as well. Yes, you will always need a license to work in a profession that requires a license. Okay. So that could be anything. That could be like cosmetology.
Really?
It requires a license. Like, yes, you will need to inquire. Always inquire with the Division of Professional Licenses for that state that you're thinking about moving to. Okay. Let's talk about Andrew. Instagram. O1 visa valid until 2028. Perm is at the Department of Labor now. Will it still be pending by June 2026? It depends when you filed it. After the perm's been filed, I believe they're working at about 14 months right now. That has a little bit to do with the delay. It was closer to 12 months, but with the whole shutdown of the government, they're basically at 14 months. That may be past that date. The good news is you have until 2028 with your O1. You should have a visa number before then. You already filed your I-45 before then, Andrew, and I think you're going to be fine. Just have to keep waiting. My Susan, how are you? My beloved Brito, the best. Wishing you a super happy new year. Thank you, Susan.
Sweet.
Man, it's I feel you. I feel you, Gustavo. Gustavo's like, give us money and we'll figure it out. That's what they say. I feel you.
Who
I feel
said
you.
that? Because that's not.
That's the
That's the U.S. government.
That's the government or the attorneys.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Gold card?
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I know. I hear you. What else we got?
Let me see.
Let's talk a little bit. We got some interesting stuff to talk about. So, there's this idea that if you get a visa denied at the consulate,
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Oh, no.
You're toast.
No.
So I see that a lot. Like, that's the idea.
Tell me why you were denied. Let's start with that, because we get denials for B2s all the time. Hey, I've had 3 of them denied. That's okay. You still get the green card at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
I think as long as there's no misrepresentation, no fraud, that's a big portion. And there's always ways to get waivers sometimes. I'm not worried about that. It's let's see why you were denied.
Yeah.
And let's reapply. And
Yeah.
maybe there's something that you need to correct. Maybe you have to look at a different visa that's more in line with your goals. But no way. And definitely not a denial in the United States.
I would say the most important thing there to consider is if it's a tourist visa denial, apply as many times as you wish.
Sure.
Like literally. Like I tell people, apply as many. I mean, it's not going to get any better probably if you do it immediately. I think something that people should always consider is time.
Yes.
Time
heals.
Time has a tendency to heal your immigration problems. And I've had clients that for 5 years they denied B2s every single year, and then after 5 years they just started giving them B2s.
They approved it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I just had? Blew me away. Person, TPS, asylum, Venezuelan.
Wow.
Had to travel, no options, understood all the risks. Did it. Traveled. Had tried to obtain the travel document during the time, couldn't obtain the travel document, couldn't do anything. We had advised her at that time. And unfortunately, she couldn't get an expedited travel permit. She bit the bullet. She said, I'm going to go. She had a major thing to go do. She does it. She has a valid B2, comes back to the U.S. as a tourist. This is an asylum applicant, a TPS applicant, a person that deported the United States without a travel, Venezuelan, recently entered the U.S. when they're only giving 30 days to Venezuelans, and gave her 6 months on the I-94.
No way.
I'm like, okay.
Wow.
I'm doing
it's valid.
I'm doing a visa for her now.
It's valid.
Yeah, I'm doing a visa for her now. And it's
That's
just
crazy.
like, I was just like, yeah. Sometimes it does feel a little grim and just like whatever. And, I would say I used to take more risks years ago.
Sure.
And I would more, I'm a shoot from the hip type of person, and I'll take risks as long as the client is aware of the consequences and everything that could happen. And I would be a risk taker. I've been more risk adverse in the last few years, and then this year with everything that's happened. But wow, we've seen some interesting things happening.
I mean, if the client's willing to take the risk,
yeah,
and
knowing
sometimes
the
that's
consequences,
the only
yeah.
option, as long as they know the consequences.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they pay us. They want to know all the options.
Yeah, I mean, and then hey, you know what? She did it. I said, don't travel again. I'm like, please.
You're gonna stay here for the next couple of years, right?
Yes. Please. Why don't you hit us up with a little Jasper?
Here we go. Jasper. How do you decide between O1 first versus straight to EB2 or EB1? That's a good question, Jasper. There's a few things that you always want to consider when thinking of the non-immigrant O1 and versus EB1 or EB2 and IW. And I think first it starts with, do I qualify for an EB1 or an EB2 and IW? Once you figure that part out, if it's EB2 and IW, you say, well, man, it does take about 1.5 years for the priority date to even come current at this point. And I think it's going to slow down again versus an EB1 that is current. And then with that in mind, you say, well, how soon do you have to be in the United States? An O1 can be done fast, equal to an EB1. So if you tell me, well, I need to be there in 3 months, I might just say, well, you have to do the O1. If you have a few more months, then EB1 is fine. Another thing to consider is how many years of experience do you have in your industry, in your profession? How successful have you been? How much time are you willing to put to get to where you need to be? Those are discretionary factors that we kind of talk about in the initial consultation. That's the whole purpose. Let's figure out where you land. Maybe you qualify for all three, and it's a matter of, well, I don't mind waiting, or I need to be there next year. My children need to study in August. Great, school year starts in August. So there are a few things to consider, but it's usually time and experience. But EB1, EB2, and IW, there's the bigger difference than when comparing an EB2 and IW to an O1 and an EB1 to an O1. The other thing that's prominent is an O1 requires sponsor and a job offer from a U.S. company, U.S. agent, and the job offers coming from a U.S. company. That is usually worked through, it depends. You have a network that's available to you that's willing to work with you, or we worked with entrepreneurs, and maybe this is your first time being quote unquote an entrepreneur, but you are willing to open up, maybe you're the director of marketing your entire life and you want to come open up a company here, and this is going to be your startup first time. That's okay. Doesn't mean that you've done it before. It means that you're willing to do it now, because guess what? You're going to be the director of marketing of that company as well as complete owner, member, manager. And we can do that with the O1. That's a strategy that's there and available to you. So a lot of it does come down to timing and what you qualify for both. I mean, also, O3, spouse, children, they cannot work. That's something that a lot of people want to consider. They say, we can't do one income household.
Yeah.
Well, then let's go straight to the EB1, EB2, and IW. You're going to arrive legal permanent residence. Everyone's going to work from day one. There's a few factors. It really depends. It's very personal. It's very personal.
Gustavo just wanted to clarify. No complaints from you. Alexis has helped me a lot.
I'm like, what? Oh, Gustavo Corzo, yes. What's up? Very nice. Thanks, Gustavo.
Angel shower doors. Have you had premium process that were extended due to the suspension, the pause for the 19 countries?
Great question.
I believe we are already on one case, day 19, 20, 16, 17 premium processing, and we have not received the response, which it's Venezuelan national. It leads me to believe that that case is going to be on pause and suspended and will not render a final decision. I don't think, so the issue is this: why are they waiting if they're going to deny the case? What's the purpose of waiting? That if the case can be denied, then it doesn't even matter. Then if it's just denied, why are you waiting? Give me my decision.
Right. I at this point, I feel that they're just not going to review the case.
So
they're just buying time.
According to them, they will review.
They can.
They will review. That's what they had said. They will review, or they can review, but maybe they don't. They're not obligated to review.
Maybe not. I think I had a case that was filed prior to this travel ban, and premium processing came and went. It's for a different one, so it's not 15 business days. It's closer to 45, so approximately 2 months, a little more than that. And finally, the time hit. We gave it a couple of extra weeks. We reached out, and they're just throwing at me, hey, discretionary factors. We're looking at security. Due to security issues.
We're keeping your money.
We're keeping your money.
Yeah, we're keeping your money.
And we're going to review it. By the way, if you want to request money back, you got to do it at the end, once you have a decision.
Jesus. Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
And so, but I think it's all over the place. We still are getting some premium processing cases decided on. I think we're going to get clarity in the next 30 days.
I mean, by the next week, I should have no minimum of 5 or 6 examples of what's happening. And by the way, it's not just, I know a lot of people are like, Venezuelan, this is against Venezuelan cases. I have plenty of other nationalities that are on that list.
I mean, there's 40, what is it?
No, it's 19,
30,
19 of the most recent one.
Of the more recent,
recent one. But I'll give you an example. Iranian nationals that we represent, Nigerian nationals that we represent, Haitian nationals that we represent. Unfortunately, Yeah, I've seen multiple RFEs for premium cases in particular, discussing that they are applying the June proclamation that is really a consular proclamation, Alexis. They are applying it to USCIS changes of status.
I saw that.
And they say they have the discretion to do so. I don't even know what to say. Like, it's
I've
like
never seen
like,
that anywhere.
Like it's a wow.
Not
type of
only
situation, yeah.
is it against the executive order, so
Yes, the
policy,
executive, right,
but where's that in the law? I mean, I
Yeah.
know there's discretion, but the discretion, like
They just
like you
said,
has always been in favor of authorized stay.
we have the discretion.
It's going to be an interesting time.
Here we have good question. This is Belu. Belu's watching us. I know Belu. She's trying to do her EB1. Hey guys, if I apply for an EB1, does USCIS check your O1B memo and contracts? Usually not, and it's not something that I'm going to produce for them, unless like it's material to the case. So generally, they're not going to be looking at that. It's not something that I would be concerned with either.
No.
Depends the structure of your visa and how it was done. At the end of the day, your O1 visa, and just going by memo and contracts, I'm assuming that's a representative O1, Belu. And if that's a representative O1, especially then you have the ability to clearly jump to other projects, work with different productions, employers, etc., under that representative O1. So it's not something that would sufficiently concern me. Wow. This is a long time, Gustavo. 534 days.
Yeah. I just checked, and the official processing time is at least 21 months. And when you put in the priority date, it's closer to 23-month range. So that's 2 years. 365 times 2 is 730 days approximately. So yeah, you're about maybe 8 months shy. No, not that much.
No.
Sorry.
He's about
Sorry.
three to four.
Three to four. Sorry.
3 to 4.
So I know. Hopefully what we want, Gustavo, is good news at the end. That's what we're hoping for, especially after the long wait.
South Locomotion. Hello. Are you guys receiving more RFEs based on premium processing for EB1A? Has it become almost part of the process? I saw an uptick in that, by the way, like last year. I saw an uptick. I would say last quarter, last year, we saw an uptick, just like we saw an uptick in like denials of EB2NIWs during that time. We saw all this stuff start to happen. Yeah, more RFEs with premium. I would say that's fairly accurate. Is it part of the process? No, I don't think I'm seeing. Do you think I'm seeing 50%
on EB1As
of the initial filings getting RFEs? I don't think so.
No.
I would say it's much less than that.
No.
So I still don't consider it part. For me, part of the process means the majority of the cases are receiving RFEs. I'll be honest with you. If that's happening, you got to take a step back and be like, what the heck is going on?
Yes.
Like what? I mean, like really, I'm in a ton of things for like AILA, immigration attorneys, people that do a lot of EB1s, O1, stuff like that. We're in forums, chats, stuff like that, that I'm involved in, Alexis. And the consensus is that there's more RFEs across the board.
Across the board, all
the visa getters. So that is accurate. Premium or not, by the way. But premium recently, EB1A, I would say, yeah, a little bit more than normal, but not enough that I'm going to tell you don't do it. This is important. Premium processing for me is dependent on the situation of the individual client.
Absolutely.
Okay. Gil, I'm outside the US and I have all the time in the world. Don't do premium.
Yeah, there's no reason to.
I'm in the US and my wife needs a work permit in, the next 4 months. I mean, you kind of have to do premium. Because how are we going to accomplish this? So depends a little bit on the strength of the case. Okay, so it is true, and it's always been my belief that this is true. That non-premium cases, you may have a higher probability of winning in what I consider a medium case. Okay,
Sure.
let's just say it's not a perfect 10. Okay, it's not a perfect 10. If you're close to a perfect 10, I'm shooting premium all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna get approved.
Okay, I'm like, I'm going, man. I'm going. But I also believe that if the case is good enough to file, it's good enough to file premium or normal. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
so I don't know. Like
I'm not concerned.
my
with
opinion
EB1s.
on premium changes. I'm going to tell you, I don't think there has been no opinion of mine that has changed more throughout the years than premium processing, and it constantly changes because I go based on the trends that I'm seeing with my cases.
It's fluid.
It's-
Everything with
Yeah.
premium is fluid.
Yeah.
There was a time EB2 and IW do premium. It's great.
Oh my God, they're approving every EB2IW premium.
Like go. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's cases that are great, cases not so great. Hey, even if you have a great case, you don't do premium on EB2 and IW because you can't do anything with an approval, even if it's in one day. So I think premium just depends. But even EB1A, slight maybe difference, but nothing noticeable.
Yeah, I mean, there's an uptick. The trend, I would say, hate to say this, I used to not believe this way, but I do believe it now. Depends where you're from.
I mean, there's a travel ban. Just look at that.
It depends where you're
So
from.
they're clearly identifying countries and applying a different level of discretion.
I think they are.
There's a different standard in place.
Yeah.
And before it was, spoken about in myth. Now I think it's blatant. It's there.
What do you think about this? It's an important thing to tackle.
Oh, studies. If a change of status from TPS to F1 is denied, what will happen next? I mean, I think the first thing you have to do is appeal.
If possible.
If possible, or file a motion. I'm assuming that you had TPS, you maintained legal status throughout, right? And that's why you're doing the change of status to F1. So under that assumption and that fact pattern, that F1 should be approved. There's no reason why it should.
But they're
not.
also denying.
But now we've won, by the way,
many
and
times.
argued.
Many times.
It has
already.
to be approved, and it will be approved. Very recently, we've seen a couple cases, and I think more in the message boards where I've seen this, where the F1s were denied. Not too sure what everyone else is arguing, but that is wrong. And I think if you have the ability there to appeal, file a motion, you should do so. You should be aggressive. Now, what happens if you exhausted everything? And that's the decision.
Yeah. You're probably going to consider departing the U.S.
I mean, don't let 180 days go by since the decision date.
I would say be conservative and 180 days from the end of TPS. Be conservative and count the 180 days from there. If we want to be aggressive, we'll count it from the denial date.
Sure.
You're correct.
For the 3 and 10 year bar.
3 10-year bar. Remember, if you're 180 days, if you're past 180 days from your lawful status in the United States and you've accumulated unlawful presence of up to 180 days and you depart the U.S., if it's past 180 days, you are not able to return for 3 years. And I'll be honest with you, it's more than 3 years. Okay. Like it's just like you're not coming back for a while. So you would need to consider that. Another consideration is that I do believe, and we are seeing it, that the majority of denied cases, they are running reports. They see that is being denied, and USCIS is issuing notices to appear in immigration court.
That's the biggest.
Okay.
That's the biggest fear.
That's the biggest fear, but could also be something that could assist people. Hear me out. They go ahead and they're giving dates, sometimes in 6 months in the future, and sometimes a year and a half in the future.
Oh, on the NTA.
On the NTA.
Okay.
To go to immigration court. I've seen it sometimes it's like in 30 days.
That's
Okay.
That's not great.
That's crazy too, by the way. Okay. By the way, if you have that, you have to go to court. Okay. Like it's like you're going to court unless you have your court attorney close out the matter and you do a motion to go ahead and close it out and you dismiss it and they terminate proceedings in immigration court. But they're really not doing that. Okay. So you're going to have to go. So when that could be a good thing for some people, especially people that are considering things like applying for asylum or they're going to, have a child that could petition for them in the future. They have a potential spouse situation. That is not that bad. And listen, it's not going to get worse than already being at immigration court.
It's just another way to,
to
pursue the goal.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And it's so if you find yourself in that situation, I just think it's just so hard to tell people
Absolutely.
leave the US. It's so hard to say that. And if you have kids or not kids, or if you have family or not family, it's hard. It's hard for everybody. So just keep that in mind. You need to be careful, okay? As much as you can. Alexis, we're closing the English show.
Ooh, 4:44. What a good time.
Oh man,
I mean, everyone's excited.
I think 4 is a bad number
Is it?
for the Chinese.
Well, 4 times 3 is 12. Hey, it's 4:45.
There you go.
Okay, we made it work for all my Chinese friends out there. I mean, listen, it's been a interesting year, but overall, I think we're still getting a lot of approvals for people. People are very happy. We're adapting. People have to adapt, and I think there's opportunity in 2026.
Absolutely.
New year,
so.
new me,
I
and
think
people
so.
just need
I
to
think so.
adapt to it. And people have always wanted to come here for a reason.
I heard that in 2026 you're going to go to Turkey to get hair implants.
Hey, man, TBD. Why go to Turkey when you can go to, I don't know, Hialeah?
Thank you, everybody. Take care. Happy New
Bald is
Year.
Beautiful. Happy New Year.
Hey, what happened to Bald is Beautiful? He used to drop in here all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. He needs to know about the English show.
See you guys. Take care.
Enjoy.